I'm Captain Erica Young from Kitchener, Ontario, an Armour Officer currently posted to Canadian Forces Base Gagetown.
Working in the turret of a tank isn't your typical office space, and no 2 days are alike working as an Armour Officer in the Canadian Armed Forces.
The role of the Armoured Officer is to manage fleet of vehicles and the troops that run those vehicles on the battlefield. So at our core, our role is to defeat the enemy on the battlefield through the use of battlefield mobility and firepower.
Armour Officers work with highly motivated teams of soldiers in Canada's 3 armoured regiments in the regular force and 18 reserve regiments. They lead battle-ready tanks and armoured fighting vehicles on ground missions around the world.
We have the tanks, which is more about destroying the enemy on the battlefield, a little bit more aggressive.
7 lanes, tank on! Fire!
And then we have the reconnaissance aspects. Reconnaissance elements are typically trying not to be seen. They can gather more information the longer they are in place, so they need to have a little bit more camouflage and concealment going on.
Armored vehicle moving north-south.
Armour Officers command as many as 8 vehicles and more than 20 troops at a time, all from the inside of these agile fighting machines that can punch a hole through an enemy position in any terrain. Shooting on the move and defeating the opposition through the aggressive use of firepower and battlefield mobility.
APC on!
Armour Officers are not just commanding their own vehicle, they are also responsible for leading all vehicles within their troops simultaneously.
When we're all working together, you can see the effects that we have on the enemy, and it is overwhelming and devastating.
Armour Officers determine where their troop of vehicles will go, what the troop fires at, and how the troop will do it. Leadership is the key component of being an Armour Officer. The ability to build team cohesion and maintain morale in difficult situations are critical parts of the job.
It's a lot of fun. There's nothing like being out on a tank. You're going 60 kilometers an hour or more cross country while your turret is fully stabilized. So you're looking one way while your vehicle's driving another way. And meanwhile, that entire time, you're looking for the enemy. It's an incredible experience and nothing like it anywhere else in the world.
Once fully trained, Armour Officers are assigned to one of 3 historic armoured regiments in the regular force. The Lord Strathcona's Horse, Royal Canadians in Edmonton, the 12e Régiment Blindé du Canada in Valcartier, Quebec, or the Royal Canadian Dragoons based in Petawawa, Ontario. There are also 18 reserve armoured regiments across Canada.
For the most part, when you're in garrison, it's a 9-to-5 job. So you're in charge of the management of the troops. And as well, the whole time you're managing your fleet of vehicles, so your tanks or your labs or your coyotes or TAPVs. So your troops are doing maintenance, you're helping out as much as possible, and you're making sure that you are ready to go at a moment's notice.
Professional development is important, and there are opportunities to advance both in rank and position, such as Transport Officer, Assistant Adjutant, Accounts Officer, or Regimental Liaison Officer. Armour Officers regularly deploy across Canada and overseas on military operations.
I recently deployed to Latvia as part of Operation Reassurance. It was an amazing experience where I got to meet lots of different people from different nations, see how different armies operate and how we all work together as a team as part of NATO. So it was a great experience. As well, we had an opportunity to go out, interact with the public, make our faces known, and meet different cultures and different people.
At home, they may be called upon to help during natural disasters like fire or flood relief.
When I was younger, I didn't quite understand what the Armored Corps was all about. What was explained to me was that you were going to be put in some sort of large armored vehicle. You get to go out into the field, drive that vehicle. Obviously, you'd have a large gun, blow stuff up, and that's actually pretty accurate. I'm glad I selected it, and I have a lot of fun doing it now. I'm certainly proud about what I do. I love being in the Canadian Armed Forces. I love putting on the uniform and representing Canada on a daily basis. Sometimes when I'm sitting out in the field on my tank and it's a beautiful day, I just can't believe that this is my life, this is my job, in a good way. I love what I do.